WHO will mark as World Patient Safety Day. It focuses on the theme Safe Maternal and Newborn Care. This year's slogan, Act Now for Safe and Respectful Childbirth, calls for initiating the actions from all stakeholders to ensure safe childbirth. During the pandemic situation of COVID-19, the healthcare system services in India is accelerating. Even before the occurrence of pandemic of COVID-19, there was death of 810 women and 6,700 newborns during childbirth. And now the stillbirth has increased into 2 million during childbirth.
Objectives of World Patient Safety Day 2021. The first objective is raise global awareness on the issues of maternal and newborn safety, particularly during the childbirth. And the second objective is engage multiple stakeholders and adopt effective and innovative strategies to improve maternal and newborn safety. And the third objective is call for urgent and substantial actions by all stakeholders to scale up efforts each unreached and ensure safe maternal and newborn care, particularly during the childbirth. And the fourth objective is advocate the adoption of best practices at the point of case to prevent avoidable risk and harm to all women and newborns during childbirth.
Most of the deaths are avoidable. Most of the deaths and the stillbirths can be avoided by the provision of safe and quality care by the healthcare professional in safe and supportive environment. The responsibility to ensure that the mother and the newborn receive safe and quality care rests with the national authority. But everyone has a role to play. This is what you can do. Work with local, regional and national authority to light up the iconic monuments, landmarks and the local places in orange to show your support with the maternal and the newborn safety and health.
Maternal health is the health of women during pregnancy, childbirth and postpartum period. Whereas perinatal health refers to health from 22 completed weeks of gestation until 7 completed days after childbirth.
Health before pregnancy. The parents' overall health and lifestyle choices before pregnancy that can affect fertility, maternal health and infant chance of developing chronic illness in the later life. Such choices including maintaining healthy diet, being physically active, avoiding unhealthy behavior such as smoking, illicit drug use, alcohol consumption, unsafe sexual practices. People contemplating pregnancy should be screened for all these problems and it should be diagnosed as early as possible to get an optimal maternal health and newborn health.
Pregnancy. The physiological needs changes in preparation for the parenthood. A healthy environment and lifestyle during the 40th week of the pregnancy are important to optimize healthy woman changing body. A high quality antenatal care is essential to monitor maternal health, perinatal health, newborn health, along with providing education and basic, easily to understood information on healthcare to the expectant parents. While most pregnancies are uneventful, a high quality antenatal care is essential to detect and manage the minority that has complications. Evidence shows that the timely prevention, intervention, management reduces maternal, perinatal and newborn morbidity and mortality rates.
Childbirth. Delivery complications may require immediate professional care. That is why high quality, evidence-based obstetrical neonatal care is one of the WHO's highest priority to reduce the illness and death in mother and newborn babies. Postpartum care. Monitoring the maternal and the child health during the postpartum period is critical. The risk of death is highest for the newborn babies. 75% of the death occur during the first week of life. That timely detection and management of the symptoms have been shown to reduce the mortality and complications. Breastfeeding is optimal for maternal and child health and is crucial for healthy starting life. Exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months helps to provide just the nutrient needed for the neonatal baby and promote bonding with their mother. For a woman, it helps to decrease the risk of ovarian cancer, breast cancer and quicker return to the pre-pregnancy weight than the formula feed. A woman who remain healthy during pregnancy and after birth are more likely to stay healthy in later life.
women die as a result of complications developed during and following pregnancy and childbirth. Most of the complications are preventable or treatable. The major complications that account for 75% of the maternal death include severe bleeding, infection, high blood pressure during pregnancy, complications from delivery, unsafe abortion.
Most of the maternal deaths are preventable. The care solution to prevent and manage the complication are well known. All women need access to high quality care as well as during and after childbirth.
Severe bleeding after childbirth can kill a healthy woman within hours if she is unattended. Injecting oxytocin immediately after childbirth effectively reduces the risk of bleeding.
Complications after childbirth can be eliminated if good hygiene is practiced.
Preeclampsia should be detected and appropriately managed before the onset of convulsion and other life-threatening complications. Administration of drugs such as magnesium sulfate for preeclampsia can reduce the risk of developing eclampsia.
To avoid maternal death, it is also vital to prevent unwanted pregnancy. All women, including adolescents, need access to contraception. Safe abortion services to the full extent of the law and quality of post-abortion care.
The universal rights of childbearing women. First one is be free from harm and ill treatment. Second point, information, informed consent and refusal and respect for her choices and preferences, including companionship during maternity care. Third point is privacy and confidentiality. Fourth point is be treated with dignity and respect. Next, equality, freedom from discrimination and equitable care. Next, health care and to the highest attainable level of health. Seventh point, liberty, autonomy, self-discrimination and freedom from coercion.
From end of neonatal period and through first 5 years of life, the main causes of death are pneumonia, diarrhea, birth defects and malaria. Malnutrition is the underlying factor, making children more vulnerable to severe diseases. Causes. The majority of all neonatal deaths occurring first week of life. About 1 million newborns die within first 24 hours. Preterm birth, intrapartum related complications, infections and birth defects cause most neonatal deaths in 2017.
Priority strategies. The vast majority of the newborn death rates takes place in low and middle income countries. It is possible to improve the survival rates and health of the newborns and to the end preventable stillbirth by reaching the coverage of quality antenatal care and the postnatal care of the mother and baby and the care of the small and sick newborns.
Essential newborn care. All babies receive the following care. First one, thermal protection. For example, skin-to-skin contact between the mother and the infant. Second one, the hygienic umbilical cord and skin care. The next, early and exclusive breastfeeding. The fourth point is assessment for serious health problems or need of additional care, for example, low birth weight, sickness or HIV infected mother. The fifth point is preventive treatment. For example, Bacillus calmette-guerin vaccine, hepatitis B vaccine, vitamin K and ocular prophylaxis. Family should be advised to seek prompt medical care if necessary. Danger signs in infants include feeding problems, reduced activity, difficulty in breathing, fever, fits and convulsions, cold skin. Register the birth and bring the baby for timely vaccination according to the national schedule. Some newborns require additional attention and care during hospitalization and at home to minimize the health risk.
The solution. More than 3/4 of premature babies can be saved with the feasible and cost-effective care such as essential care during childbirth and in the postnatal period for every mother and baby. Provision of antenatal steroid injections. It is given to pregnant women at a risk of preterm labor and to strengthen the baby's lungs. Antibiotics to treat newborn infections. Kangaroo mother care, where the baby is carried by the mother with the skin-to-skin contact and frequent breastfeeding. WHO antenatal care guidelines include the following key interventions to prevent preterm birth: counseling on healthy diet, optimal nutrition, and tobacco and substance abuse. fetal measurements including the use of ultrasound to determine the gestational age and to detect multiple pregnancies. A minimum of 8 contact with the health professional throughout the pregnancy to identify and manage the other risk factors such as infections. So it is the duty of every healthcare providers to ensure that they are providing the safe maternal and newborn care.